All right, this is a simple and fast review of the Belife cordless vacuum cleaner, the S10 version. We're going to unbox it, we're going to then demo it, and hopefully give you a good idea of exactly what the capabilities are. So as we unbox, let me bring us out a little bit here. You're going to see simple directions, how to set things up, product components, all that stuff. In here, and we're going to just kind of do this one at a time. I'm just going to pause it as we once we start to get to all the pieces coming out. That way I can assemble and take care of it. But as you can see, it's well. There's a lot of pieces, but they're all kind of well protected in shipping, which is always great. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this as I go ahead and get the rest out of the box. I just want to quickly show you the second layer here. All right, so I'm going to go through the components one by one. We have the main body, which is pretty stylish. Next thing we have is the battery. Again, 25.9 volt. It comes with two HEPA filters. 1 and 2. It has a tube which will be adjustable, and all you do is press that in to extend, and we'll show you this as it gets there. So this is great for when you're really looking to get into long, deep places, but it's also good because you don't have to have as long of a vacuum cleaner all the time, which I think is always overlooked. We have the full-size LED multitasker power brush, which again will give you some flexibility up and down, side to side, as you can see. Again, we'll demonstrate this in a few minutes here, but just want to kind of show that it's pretty clean. And again, this is going to be your brush, and I'm sure what you're going to do is pop here. Yep, you're going to pop that out by just pushing this down to get this to come up. Oops, maybe you don't. Yep, that's what you do, and that will pop up and give you the ability to change out the brush if needed. So that would then come through so you can clean it, do whatever you need to do. Pop back in, just like that. All right, and then we have the crevice tool. Give you a better look on that. It's going to be simply this. So again, all these things have buttons to kind of pop them on and off. We'll demonstrate shortly. But everything seems to just kind of pop in. Now, this doesn't seem to fit, so I'll have to figure that out in a minute. Again, we have the 2-in-1 brush. Which looks like, again, we'll show you how things work in a moment, just once we get it all set up. We have your power adapter to charge, and then finally we have our hair cleaning tool, which is always nice. You'll see the razor blade here, where you can go through and get the hairs that are in there, which is always a big part of the cleaning, and then of course a brush to kind of do some extra work. So I'm going to put this together and demonstrate each tool, and we'll take it from there. Before I do that, one final piece that the wall mounted dock that I didn't really cover comes with some very easy positioning stickers, so you can show it, put this on the wall. You'll have positioning holes for drilling, and you've got, of course, the screws and everything to mount it. So next step. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our metal tube, and we're just going to connect, simply popping that right there. And again, to release, we'll just use this button here to get it in and out. And that'll click. And then one thing I didn't really pay attention to earlier was kind of why that didn't fit. And really it's because I was putting in the wrong side. So it'll just go in like that, nice and easy if I want. And just the same, all the little connector pieces will click in nice and easy. Get you a little bit better light here, if I can. And then finally, the main brush will click in just the same. So as you can see, and I'm going to stand up to give you some better view. This thing is pretty short when you want it to be. So it's right about at my waist, a little bit lower. But the important thing here is, again, I can extend this if I need to. Oops, on the bottom here is going to be the extension piece. So I'm just going to push that button in and extend this out as much as I want. So now it's a little bit, it's higher at my waist, as you can kind of tell. So again, giving you kind of the distances here. As you can see, this is the distance that it will extend to, which is pretty nice. So again, all you're going to do is press that button in to shrink it back, and that's that. So the next thing we want to do is talk about the battery installation and charging the battery. So battery installation will be easy, but let's first talk about charging the battery. All we're going to do is plug that in there and then plug it into a wall outlet, standard 2-pronger. And let's just show you how this goes. And let's just detach everything here first. Flip this upside down. As you can see, what we're going to do is probably just slide this in nice and easy. And you'll hear a click. And that is that. Now you'll also see a button down here to release. Simple and easy. And I'm going to just get rid of this as we demonstrate here in a minute, but in the meantime, again, and then just to get it going, we will just do that. So obviously what we need to do is charge this up. So I'm going to get this this battery charged, because it's a, whoop, disregard. It does come and works. So that is a nice little feature. You can hold it in if you want, but you don't need to hold it in and have it run. So it's just a push button on and off, which is really nice. So that's how you got it going. All right, so I'm in the process of charging the battery. I do recommend, and I believe they recommend, that you get the battery fully charged before typical operation. So what you'll see is the blinking light here on the battery itself. Again, I would get that to a full charge. That'll stay lit once fully done. And again, there's instructions in there about how to measure full charge and whatnot. So I'm gonna get this charged up before we continue to demonstrate the actual suction and capabilities, but I do want to show you kind of how to install the filter first. So let's do that. All right, so let's talk filters. So first of all, when you do use this thing and you want to get it clean, what you're going to do is you're going to find in the front of this is the empty cap, and that'll have all the trash, all your dirt and grime and all that stuff will be able to easily empty out. But you do have a filter. It comes with 3 filters. So I don't know if you can see, but there are some grooves in there. So if you don't want to use your hand and just twist simply here, what you can do is just attach this piece in here, and that is, again, just going to simply turn it counterclockwise pretty fully and then pull out, and you're going to find your filters in there. So again, you'll see that there's a filter in there, and you're going to hear that click, turning it left to loosen, right to tight, and then again you have multiple filters in there, and to replace it, again, you're just going to stick it in there, turn it to your left, pull out, and you should be good to go. So on the back here, you'll see kind of a min, max, and battery. So once we get the battery going on it again, I'll show you that. Pretty much ready to go from here. So I'm going to just charge up that battery to its full capacity, and we'll take it from there. All right, so it took about an hour to get charged up, so I want to just show you real quick. I'm going to unattach it just so it just isn't as loud. There's going to be, when I press the power button here, you're going to see that there's two different options. There's a minimum and a maximum, and you can hear the difference. And you'll also see the battery charge. So you're going to have 3 stages to this, but as of right now, it's fully charged. It did take about an hour, so now I'm going to show you how the power works. So I'm going to unplug this, going to get it connected, and I just want to demonstrate obviously on a hardwood floor, and you're going to hear some noise, and so this might be a drawback for you. You'll hear that front. Now what I love is the LED light, but I'm going to just show you kind of the power of some dust as I approach this thing. That dust just disappeared perfectly. So it does a really nice job of suction. Again, I'm going to kind of just show you underneath here. You'll see kind of some dust, and it's just gone immediately. So it does a really nice job of suctioning it out and showing you, I don't know if you can see, where the dust is. So for me, that's a big value in the daytime, being able to see exactly what it is. And again, just going to be able to shrink this down. So if I do want to come down and do some steps, for example, being able to hit the steps is real nice. And there's some good flexibility, as you can see, with the turn. I'd probably just, again, this is on the minimum, so if I take it to the maximum, it's even faster, and you can almost see the suction working, pretty well. So to me, it's pretty solid. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to detach. Just kind of show you that suction again. Now, the capabilities here are going to be a little bit different. Let me try and find a spot where there might be some good dirt built in. I might not be able to do that, so I'm going to use my crevice tool here. So we're just going to come. Forgive my recording while doing this, but I want to make sure you kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to hit the crevice tool. I'm going to turn it on to max and just get into these areas. Something I'm noticing is there's a significant amount of air that blows around the top, and so as it's releasing air, it will blow in your face. You want to make sure your filter is solid, and that is how you release it. Just unscrew that and kind of change filters. Turn that off. You'll see kind of that button, or that little adjustment. So it's kind of hard to use the crevice tool here in the light because, again, this is kind of painted and separated, so it's not really a great crevice tool example there. Let me try and find something else that might be a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to try my best to kind of show you a crevice and see if I can get in there and really do a good job of cleaning it out. If you're seeing this, but it's actually doing a pretty good job. So I'm sure that's not the best demonstration for you, but for me, it looks fantastic and has done a really nice job. So I'm really happy so far with this, and we'll continue to update you if I see any changes. So I want to quickly thank Belife for sending this over to me, and I want to just answer and address a couple typical questions and questions that are asked about this. First being is, do you use this on high pile rugs? I would not use anything like this on any kind of shag rug or any kind of longer rug. This is really good for flat carpet and hardwood floors and tile and stuff like that, but I wouldn't be using it on any kind of rug that has some length to it. Another question is, what is the actual length of the wand? The wand length is 17.7 inches at its shortest and 25.6 at its longest, which means that your vacuum goes from anywhere from 39 inches to 47 inches. One of the other things that you may want to consider, I do this with a lot of my vacuums, is always trying to have a backup battery. With the 1 hour vacuum time, for me, it's important to not have to wait when I'm actually needing the vacuum. And if you have a really big job, then it might be worthwhile. So there is an availability to buy additional batteries on the website and on Amazon. So I definitely recommend a secondary battery as something that you should take advantage of. Overall, again, fantastic value. Very happy with the results of this thing. Battery life could be a little bit better, but I've yet to find a great vacuum with great battery life that doesn't require 2 batteries. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you with your buying decision.